Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'm finally gonna get into my whole experience going to the dominATE tour in Mexico City. I'm not gonna do this intro any longer than it needs to be, so let's just get into it. I feel like this is a good moment to admit something. And it's that I was having such a blast during this weekend that I basically forgot to film anything for this vlog, so from here on out there is gonna be a lot of narrating from me. There's some clips, but I just honestly was so focused on just enjoying what was going on, like the atmosphere, the fans, the stage, and all of that, so I didn't really film anything. Sorry about that. And now comes the fun part. And it's funny, but at the end of the day, I wasn't able to follow my plan of just going to sleep right after arriving from work because my sister and my nephews paid me a surprise visit to like say goodbye and wish me luck on my trip, and they left until 11 p.m. So yeah, that plan didn't work at all. I still tried to sleep a little bit, like for a couple of hours. It was more of like a very light nap, so but at least I got some rest. And then at 1 a.m. I woke up, I took a shower, and then I waited for the person that it was going to take me to the airport. And off we went for a 2-hour trip in the middle of the night. And I tried to film some clips, but it was so fucking dark that you can't really see anything, so that didn't work. And then I arrived at the airport at 4 a.m. just like I had planned. Everything is going good. And the moment I entered the airport, the first thing that I saw was two girls, one of them with a Stray Kids sweatshirt, and it was funny, and at the same time it bumped up my excitement because it was like, oh fuck, I'm actually going to to a Stray Kids concert. Like, I'm traveling right now to get to a Stray Kids concert. That's crazy. And it was really exciting, and I thought about giving them one of my freebies, but I just I'm so introverted that I just couldn't muster the courage to do it. So I just went through security, and I waited for like my boarding time. I took another little nap while sitting in a bench, and then I boarded my plane. Everything was going according to plan. Everything was on time, so that was good. And off I went to Mexico City. The flight lasted, I think it was a little under 90 minutes. And then, like, I made this so complicated for myself, but at the end of the day, it was cheaper. And that was like my biggest worry at the moment because I didn't have a lot of money. But there's the big airport at Mexico City that is right in the center of the city, and it's super easy to go from the airport to any part of the city. But there's another airport that is outside of the city. It's even, I think it's in another state. It's like right in the border between Mexico City and Estado de Mexico. There's that other airport that is not super popular, and the flights to that airport are cheaper. So I took a flight that landed at the airport, but that meant that I had to take a bus to get to the city, and that trip lasted, I think it was an hour, a little under an hour. And then I went, like, that bus took me to the airport that is right in the middle of Mexico City, and then I took a taxi to get to my Airbnb. And yeah, I was finally at my destination. And the first thing that I did after arriving at my Airbnb was I just needed to check out the stadium. Like, it was super close, it was like 2 blocks, I think. So I just crossed a couple of streets and I was at the stadium. And even before I went into the stadium, I was already seeing vendors with unofficial merchandise, let's say. And there were already so many stays. It was still a little early for the concert, but there were already a lot of stays around the stadium and checking out the merchandise and all that. And then when I went into the stadium, there was even more vendors. It was crazy. Like, there's a big space between the gate, let's say, which for from which you enter the stadium, and then the place, like the first security check for the tickets. So all that space is used for the vendors of unofficial merch, and they put a lot of stalls with a lot of variety of merch. There's t-shirts, there's keychains, there's stickers, there's photo cards, there's sweatshirts, everything. There's so many things. So I spent an hour there, and then I went to the pop-up store that was organized by the fan base, and there's where I bought my first 2 pieces of merch, let's say, from Stray Kids. And it's unofficial, but it was like I just saw them and I knew that I needed to buy them. So I bought a Dweki and I bought a Libit. And and it's so stupid, but oh my god, I'm already with tears in my eyes. Like, these 2 little stupid plushies became like my companions for the trip. Like, I just took them everywhere I went, and I got emotionally attached to them. I didn't even notice until Sunday after the second concert, but I get into that later. I bought these little 2 stupid looking plushies. I love them. I love them so much. And they became my companions during this trip. So yeah, that was fun. So after visiting the pop-up store, I went back to the stadium, and there was even more stays, and they started to give out freebies. Like, I started seeing people giving out freebies, so I decided to to try to do the same, because like I said, I'm super introverted, so it was a little hard for me to find the courage to start. Overall, I would say it was a really good experience, like the whole freebie thing. I saw people saying that they had a bad experience because, like, the people that were giving out the freebies made faces, or like they made very clear that they didn't like the thing that they were receiving, or other people that didn't receive any freebies because they didn't have any to give out. So it was more like an exchange of things rather than a gifting between fans. So I think that's something that should change. Like, we should be aware that a freebie is free. You shouldn't expect anything in return other than a thank you. So yeah. And I did give out freebies to a lot of people that didn't give me anything in return. And I honestly didn't care if they were young, if they were old, if they were girls, if they were boys, or anything in between. Like, anyone that approached me in a friendly manner and was kind, like they asked if they could have one, I did give them one. because I was like a witness to these things where if somebody started giving freebies and they look even slightly like elaborated, like mine were pretty simple. It was just a single photo card. It didn't even have a back or anything like that. So they were very simple. But the people that had slightly more elaborated like freebies, like they had stickers and a photo card or keychains or bracelets or anything like that, they were like surrounded by people. Like people saw that they were giving something and they just surrounded them and it just like extended their hands and didn't even say, please, can I have one? Or are you exchanging? Are you gifting? Anything like that. They just surrounded them, started reaching their hand out, trying to take their freebies. And I understand that that some people had bad experiences in that sense. But like I said, overall my experience was pretty good. Maybe because mine were so simple that not a lot of people were interested in them. So yeah, I got the majority of my freebies on Saturday. I tried to like give out only half of them, but I just got into it, so I just started giving out more and more and more, and I just left like a third of my freebies for Sunday. But it was fun, so I'm not complaining about that. I ended up having to like put them out of their individual bags and just put them all together as much as I could, because otherwise they wouldn't fit in my suitcase. So I ended up mixing them all. Like I organized them by member, or if there were unit photo cards, or like OT8 for the photo cards. So I ended up mixing them all together. Like here, there's by member, or if there's all of them. And I'm really sad because I ended up getting only two from Bangchen for Bangchen. But like I never asked for a specific member. Like I just took whatever the other person handed me, unless they asked who my bias was. So it wasn't a lot of people that asked me who my bias was, but when they asked me, I said that Changbin is my bias. Here's some bracelets that I got. And one of those times that I was asked who my bias was, I got my favorite freebie of them all. It's so fucking pretty. Let me get it. Wait. Which is this one. It's like a card holder. And it has a little Twinkie. You can't really see it because my camera doesn't focus, but yeah, this one is my favorite. I've been changing the photo cards. Like currently, it came with this one, I think, if I remember correctly. But currently, I have this one because he just looks so cute. Ah, look at him. So yeah, that was pretty good. I think the member that I got the most was Han, because his bag is so fat compared to the others. So I think Han is the one that I got the most. Maybe Ian too. I think those two are like tight between each other. And these are not all of my freebies. Some of them I took and I used them to make this. And I have to say, it's been almost 2 weeks since the concert. From the moment I'm filming this, it's been almost 2 weeks. And I finished this like, I think it was 2 days ago. And the moment I finished it, I like put it up to look at it, and I just started crying so much. it's just it was such a fun experience, and I honestly I can I think I only have good memories from it. Like I don't think I had a bad moment in the whole like weekend. So yeah, I'm really happy that I have these to remember it. And I honestly really like how it turned out. Like I made it. I made this from scratch. I made it, and I'm really proud of it, and I really like it. I think it looks really cute. I'm gonna put a picture because like the like isn't helping, but yeah, I really like it. And I'm really happy with how it turned out. I have it right now. I have it hang above this picture from Stray Kids, but it's a little too high. I have it there just in the moment. Like I think I'm gonna move this picture to the other side, and then I'm gonna put like this one right here, where you can see it while I'm filming. So I ended up spending basically the whole day in the stadium, exchanging freebies and just looking at merch. I ended up buying the shirt. Let me like dominate, and the back. Look, you can see it, right? Yeah. Okay. I did find somebody that wanted to buy the ticket that I had, like the extra ticket that I had. So we met at the stadium. I gave them the ticket, or well, I transferred the ticket, and they paid me. So now my mission was to try to find a ticket for myself for the first concert. I honestly didn't have a lot of hope because all day there were outside the stadium there were a lot of resellers for tickets, because in Mexico that's like a big problem. It's a big business. The whole reselling of the tickets for concerts and other events, it's a big problem. But people are desperate for any ticket that they can get, so they end up buying from them. So yeah, there were a lot of resellers outside the stadium. So I did ask a couple of them if they had any tickets for like the stands section, because which are these. I'm gonna put the map again. All these areas, because obviously anything on the floor was outside my budget. Like I said, the only money I had for a ticket for Saturday was the one that I got from selling my extra ticket. So that wasn't a lot of money because the ticket that I had wasn't super good. So I think it was one of the cheaper tickets. So I had that money, and I didn't want a ticket like for the same section like general, because that's why I had bought another one for Sunday. So it didn't make sense to go into general on Saturday. Like I didn't want to go to general because I was afraid that I will get like too anxious and I wouldn't even enjoy the concert. So I was looking for something in the stands, and I knew like from which section they were cheaper, so I had an idea of what I was looking for. And nobody that I asked outside of the stadium had any tickets for the stands. All of them had tickets for general, and that was it. So I didn't have a lot of hope, honestly. But then like at 6:30 p.m., like an hour before the concert started, I saw someone on Facebook like saying that they had tickets for the stands. So I sent them a message, they answered, they gave me the prices, it looked good. So I said, okay, can we meet in person? And he was like, yes, I'm on my way, just give me a couple of minutes. Okay. He arrived, he showed me the ticket on his phone, it looked legit, so I said, okay, let's do it. And he transferred the ticket to me, I paid him, and then I just almost started running through the security check because I was so afraid that the ticket was fake or that it wouldn't work. Like everything seemed legit, like the transfer and everything seemed legit, but I was scared still. So I just basically started running to the security check, just trying to get there as fast as possible to scan my ticket and just make sure that everything was right. And and it was. And suddenly I was inside the stadium, ready to be the to witness greatness, to witness the first Stray Kids concert here in Mexico. So I just went to my section, and it's really funny because both days I had to like walk around the whole stadium almost because the access to my seats were on the other side from which I entered. So I had to walk a lot. It was a long walk. And since it was already late, it was 7 p.m. already, I just started booking it to my section because I knew that it was on the other side of the stadium. So I just started almost running, just trying to get to my seat as fast as possible. And the moment I sat down, it didn't feel real. Like I couldn't believe that I was inside, that I was at a Stray Kids concert. So I was just basically looking around like, is this really happening? Am I actually here? And I almost didn't have time to process it. Like I do have to say that those last 20 minutes before the show started just flew by. And maybe it was because the energy was so fucking amazing. Like they had some songs from Stray Kids playing, and the people just were singing already, even though the concert hadn't even started yet. So it was amazing. It was so fucking cool. And I also have to mention that my view, like the view from my seat to the stage, was obstructed by a sound tower. I don't know what they are called. I wasn't able to see them right in the middle of the stage. My view was obstructed, and I didn't care because maybe it was the fact that I already knew, like I was so far away that I was going to be watching the screens anyway, like the majority of the time. So I just honestly didn't care that my view was obstructed. All I care about was that I was inside the stadium, that I was going to be at the first Stray Kids concert in my country. I have to say in advance, my videos from the concert are not gonna be super good, honestly, because my cell phone is not that good and my view wasn't that good, and I was just focused on enjoying the concert. So I did film like a little part of each song, but the cuts on the videos are so fucking weird. Like I also normally I try not to scream when I'm filming in a concert because I know that my screams are gonna be heard in the video. But this time, again, I didn't care. I was just screaming my lungs out whenever I felt like it. And so, yeah, my videos are not gonna be super good. Sorry about that. And then came the moment that all of us were waiting for, and the lights went down. The whole stadium went crazy, and then the intro started playing. I don't even know how I can explain the feeling that got into me when they when the screens light up. It My heart was beating so fast. It felt like it was going to get out of my chest and fall on the floor. And I just wouldn't even notice because even though I've known Stray Kids for a little less than a year, they already have a special place in my heart. I don't know why, I don't know how they like became so special to me so fast, but they did. And after the intro played out, one backup dancer came out and he started doing like a little show beating a drum and what with what looked like a lightsaber. And then after a like a minute or so, the rest of the backup dancers started coming out and they were wearing like marching band uniforms, and they had flags and they had poles and they had lights, and it was it was I didn't even know, like, it was so random, it was so crazy. And and when the Stray Kids came out, even though my view was obstructed, it was again, it didn't feel real. Like, I couldn't believe that they were actually there, that I was actually seeing them in person. Like, they are real, they are real people. I don't have to watch them through a screen because they are in front of me, even though they are super far away. They are in front of me and I can see them. And I'm gonna put like the videos that I took in the concert, I'm gonna put them here without editing. Like, I'm gonna turn the volume down a little bit, but they're gonna be unedited. So if you hear my screams, please ignore them. Because it's a little embarrassing. But I want to share them, so here they are. And the first song that they sang was Mountains. And I'm not lying. By the second whoa, I already felt like I was going to cry. Because but I didn't want to cry because it was mountains. You can cry in mountains. Like, I understand Cover Me, I understand I Am You, I understand Stray Kids, but you can cry during mountains. So I just held it in and sang my heart out, and I just started screaming like crazy. And it was amazing. This may sound a little crazy, but even watching them in the screens from the stage feels very different than watching them through a screen, like a computer screen. They look so handsome in the concert screens. I don't know what the difference is, but they look so fucking handsome. It's not even fair. They look so fucking good that I just I mean, it helped to distract me from my crying, so it was good, but during the concert there's like 4 or 5 segments in between songs where the music stops and the kids interact with the crowd or do little activities with each other, and I'm going to refer to these segments as intermissions. And honestly, I think these were my favorite parts of the concert because this is where you could truly see the love that Stray Kids have for stage. I mean, they learn some generic expressions in Spanish, like griten, which means scream, or te amo, which is I love you. But not only that, they also learn specific words that are used in the country that they are visiting. Like in Chile they say it weón, but in Mexico they said wey, they said no manches, and neta, and other expressions.
¿Se están divirtiendo? No manches. ¿Neta?
And it's a really small gesture, but I think it really reflects their interest in making their fans happy, because we all went fucking crazy when they said something in Spanish, especially if it was like one of these specific expressions or words that are used in our country. Something that I really love about these intermissions is that they allow us to witness the relationship between the members. The complicity between all of them, it's so clear, and the love that they have for each other, it's very easy to see. They truly are just a group of friends that have managed to live their dream together. I do want to say that all of them share like a certain air of mischievousness, and it pops out during these intermissions, but also while they are performing, and it feels like one of them is always up to something, and you have to pay attention to figure out who it is. Like one time it was Lino wrapping hand in string confetti. Another time it was Sungmin shooting water straight into Changbin's butt. Another time was Lino and Changbin like caressing each other. It could be any of them at any time, so you have to pay attention to what's going on all the time. Anyway, I may make mistakes about the intermissions, because there's some that I'm not sure if they happen on Saturday or on Sunday, and I didn't record a lot of them, which I now regret, but I'll try my best to talk about them. So the first intermission is right after the first couple of songs, and it's when they introduce themselves, first as a group and then individually. I'm sorry in advance for my screams in this clip, but you'll have to deal with them.
Everyone, we are Strike It!
This is where they get like their first true interaction with the crowd, and they get to see all the love that Stace has for each of them. After their introductions, they talk a little bit about visiting Mexico for the first time, and they focus so heavily on the food, which honestly I can't blame them because Mexican food in Mexico City it's fucking delicious. It's so fucking good.
사랑하지 않습니까?
Es cierto que nosotros amamos los tacos.
오래 기다렸습니다, 멕시코.
Esperamos mucho México.
맞습니다. 저희 멤버들이 멕시칸 음식을 진짜 좋아해서
Todos nuestros miembros aman la comida mexicana.
멕시칸 스테이를 만날 수 있어서 너무너무 행복합니다.
Estamos muy felices de poder probar la comida mexicana y conocer a nuestros taste mexicanos.
There was one moment that started as a rap battle between Changbin and Han, but then Sungmin got involved and Chan intervened and started asking Sungmin ¿Qué te pasa? Which roughly translates to what's up with you? And then they just made it into like a small jingle, like they added a melody to it. Who knows? Maybe we'll end up being part of the next comeback. We'll have to wait and see. Oh my god, I just remember another moment that it's so fucking cute. I didn't witness it at the moment, but I saw some TikToks about it. And at one point, stars were chanting Lino, hermano, ya eres mexicano, which has become like a little tradition for the concerts that happen at Mexico. The crowd screams that to the artists so they know that they are loved and appreciated by their Mexican fans. So stays were chanting that, and Bang Chan got closer to them and made a sign so that they will keep saying it, repeating it. And by his expression, we can assume that he was trying to understand it so he could replicate it, because he had been doing that before, but it was apparently too hard for him. So he just smiled and did like a little bow and then turned around and shook his head at Changbin like he was saying, I don't fucking know what they are saying. There's also two moments that I know happened on Sunday. The first was Han laughing at the reaction of some random dad when Chan started saying that they needed to end the show because it was getting late and the next day was Monday and blah 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 blah.
También están padres que los acompañan. ¿No creen que es muy largo? ¿Es que le preguntaste a los padres de familia?
And for the second one, I want to give some context first. Some states, I think it was 2 states, made personalized sombreros for the members. I've only seen these pictures, but I'm pretty sure there was a sombrero for each member. And towards the end of the concert, Chan said that next time they come to Mexico, he wanted to try on a sombrero. So these stays started waving their arms, trying to catch his attention and show him the sombreros. And Chan saw them And that's where he complained about the company's rules.
Hay muchas actividades que quiero intentar cuando venga a
Sí.
México.
기회 되면 이제 썸브레로도 한번 써보고 싶고.
Si hay oportunidad, también me quiero probar un sombrero.
근데 미안해요. 너무 하고 싶은데 규칙상 저희가 못해서 미안해요.
Perdón, lo quiero recibir, pero por reglas no lo puedo recibir. Discúlpame.
규칙.
Tenemos reglas.
Anyway.
And to that, I just have to say, Rebellious Chan is my favorite Chan. Another thing that happened was there's a big banner at the end of the stadium, right above the axis for the general section. And it says Vivir es increíble, which roughly translates to something like living is incredible or amazing. And the kids really liked that phrase, especially Sungmin and Bangchan. And they even made like a connection to So Good. What they don't know is that the phrase is there because it's the slogan for the company that sponsors the stadium. So they were repeating the slogan over and over again without even realizing what it meant. And I can only imagine it was like a free promotion for that company. I honestly don't think they will be mad about it, even if they were joking about them getting served with like a copyright infraction or something like that.
¿Qué significa eso? ¿Vivir es increíble?
무슨 얘기야? Vivir es increíble? Life is so good. Vivir es increíble.
At one point, they made a competition between stays. On the first day, it was between the stays that were in the stands against the stays that were on the floor. And on the second day, it was like the right side of the stadium against the left side of the stadium. It was a screaming competition. And it was really funny because I don't think they were expecting the results they got. Because we just wouldn't stop screaming. Like, Chan, my man, you can't come to Latin America and ask us to scream and then just expect us to stop by ourselves.
Me cuesta trabajo entender cómo de verdad hay gente que todavía no entiende la puta vida y jamás lo entenderá.
Muy bien. Gracias.
I'm not trying to be that person that says, oh, Latin American crowds are the best crowds in the world, even though it's true. But we love to make noise. We don't care if we lose a lung or fuck up our vocal cords. If you give us a good show, we are going to scream. Which takes me to the next point I want to talk about. There were moments where you couldn't even hear the members singing. The crowd was screaming so fucking loud that I'm sure they had to turn up the volume of their mics because you could barely hear their voices. I honestly don't know why we did this, but at one point we started barking in between songs. I have no idea if this is a thing, like to just bark at K-pop concerts, but it was really funny, and I gotta confess that a couple of times I was the one that started the barking in my section. Like, I just got carried away whenever I heard the stays on the floors barking. I just... now I want to get into the unit songs. And the first thing I want to say, it's holy shit. Starting with Truman, it's madness. That song is so fucking powerful. Hearing it and singing it at a concert, it's fucking crazy. The energy that Felix and Han have while performing this song, it's absolutely insane. There's simply no way to describe how it feels to see this song performed live. When Truman ended, I felt like I could punch through a wall with my bare fist. And then we get Burning Tires. And the space I had on Saturday was very limited. You could barely stand up without feeling like you were going to fall because the stands are super steep. So even though I wanted to jump like crazy, I didn't want to risk falling because then I wouldn't be the only one in danger. Like, I could end up pushing the people in front of me, and then it would create like a chain effect. So I ended up containing a little bit of that energy and focus on just dancing like with my upper body, my arms mainly. And it was still amazing, honestly. Burning Tires is just so much fun. Changbin and Ayen look like they are having such a blast while performing this song, and even afterwards, where they make like a little dynamic with the crowd, so they get the fireworks. It's just a lot of fun. And then Escape. Oh, what can I say about Escape? It's mesmerizing. It pulls you in and it doesn't let go until the song is over. Bangchan and Hyunjin are in their element. It's really curious because the performance is full of sensuality, but it also has a lot of strength. Like, some parts of the choreo are sexy, for lack of a better word, and others have really sharp, very pointed movements full of power, and they don't clash at all. They go from one mood to the other, like, in a very smooth way. It's incredible. we finish off the unit songs with Cinema. What a beautiful fucking song! And what a beautiful fucking performance. Lino and Seungmin's vocals don't feel real. They complement each other in a very, very beautiful way. The moment Seungmin started to sing, I felt like I had to be quiet. Even if it was just for a couple of seconds, I didn't want to interrupt this beautiful melody, like it just felt wrong. And then with the chorus, it was the complete opposite. I wanted to be a part of that. It felt like as much as they were singing to us, we were singing to them.
I pictured this moment, both the song and concert, remain in your memories like a movie scene. Shout out to!
I won't lie, I shed a tear or two, but how can you not? And I wasn't the only one. Like, after the song ended, the girl in front of me turned to her friend, and I could see that she was just a sea of tears. And then she was trying to like clean up her face with a sweater, and I knew I was going to cry, so I had like a couple of tissues and I gave one to her and she thanked me, but I could see that she was a little embarrassed. And I just want to say, you don't have to be. We were all making a dream come true attending that concert. Of course there's gonna be tears. It's expected even. So if you want to cry, do it and fuck whoever says something about it. So for this part of the video that it's focused on the first concert, I'm not gonna get into the set list too much. I'm gonna save that up for the second concert. But my final thoughts about the changes to the set list can be summarized in a very simple way. It doesn't matter what songs they take out and what songs they added. The show was fucking amazing. It just flew by. It didn't feel like 3 hours at all. I had an absolutely amazing time. The members are incredible, they love what they do, and it shows. They also love their fans, and it's really easy to see. The only other song that I want to talk about right now is the last one, because I don't know if you know, but the last song they sing is a surprise song. They change it each concert, so nobody knows what to expect for the closing performance. The surprise song for the first concert in Mexico was Hall of Fame. When I tell you, I lost my motherfucking mind when I heard Seungmin announcing it. I'm not exaggerating. I screamed. I started cursing and I pulled out my phone to record it because I just couldn't believe it. Like I said before, I fucking love Hall of Fame. And I think I still haven't processed the fact that I heard it live. It's so hard to believe. That fucking song is so fucking good. Seriously, I cannot imagine a better way to close off my first Stray Kids concert. I'm so fucking relieved that I got a ticket for Saturday. Because if I hadn't attended that concert, only to see that they perform Hall of Fame, I would have been so bitter and so heartbroken. Oh my god. Thank God I didn't have to go through that. After the concert ended, I decided to wait for a little bit so the crowd would thin out a little. I mean, there were over 60,000 people trying to get out of a stadium that only has like 3 or 4 exits that take you to the street. So it seemed logical to wait to avoid the worst of the crowd. So I was waiting and I struck a conversation with the girl that was sitting next to me. And during our conversation, I gave her one of my freebies and I mentioned that I had never seen the Nachimpong. Is that how you pronounce it? I had never seen the lightstick in person, and it may seem a little hard to believe, but it's the truth. I had never witnessed the beauty of that lightstick with my own eyes until I went to the pop-up store that the fanbase organized. And I really mean it when I say that it's beautiful. It filled me with the need to buy one for myself, even though before that I had never really had the urge. Like I used to think like, oh yeah, it would be cool to one day buy the lightstick, it's cool, whatever. But now I feel the need to have it. And I'm planning to buy it on the future. But right now I still have no money, so it's impossible to do it right now. Anyways, when I mentioned that, she immediately gave me her lightstick so I could see it up close. And not only that, when we got up to leave the stadium, she asked me if I wanted to take a picture with like the stage in the background. And when I said yes, he offered me her lightstick again so I could take a picture with it. Also, when we left the stadium and reached the merch stands that were outside, she brought me a bracelet, which I put in like my memory box thing, whatever I did with my freebies. And so she was super nice. I think that's what I'm trying to say. She was super nice, and I'm a little sad that I didn't talk with her before the concert was over, but I did learn from my mistakes. So the concert ended at around 10:30 p.m. and getting out of the stadium was a challenge of itself. Even though the worst of the crowd had already passed, I got to the street an hour after the show ended, and I didn't arrive to my Airbnb until it was almost midnight. And it was only like 2 blocks away from the stadium, so you can imagine how many people were there. Skipping to the morning after the first concert, I was dead. My voice was super fucked up because the concert lasted 3 hours, like I said, and I spent those 3 hours dancing and screaming like crazy. And let me remind you that on Saturday I had been up since 1 a.m. and had only taken small naps throughout the day. I think the longest I took was during my flight, and it was like an hour long. So the exhaustion just caught up to me. I woke up feeling like shit. I could barely move, even though I had been exercising for months in preparation for the concert, and thank God I did. Like, just imagine how bad it could have been if I hadn't done that. So I just stayed in bed until noon, and then I started getting ready for the second concert. I put on my outfit, which I have shown before, but I'm still gonna put a picture right here, right here, right here. And then I went to the stadium. I arrived at the stadium at around 4:30 because I made a stop to eat some tacos, which were fucking amazing. And the general access started at 5, so I used that half hour to give out the rest of my freebies and just take another look at the unofficial merch. During that time, I saw a girl that was wearing the exact same outfit that IN uses in the MV for Mac9 on top. So I went up to her and I complimented her outfit, and she was the only person that I let choose her bias from my freebies, because until that point I had been giving them out randomly. Like, I had a bunch of each of my 4 designs, and I turned them so people wouldn't know which one was which, and I let them choose one at random, and whatever they got, they got. I decided to do it that way because I didn't want to deal with like people only wanting one specific member, and it was like the fairest way to do it for me. So that's just what I did. Like, I just did a random draw. Anyways, I gave her the photo card that I did for Burning Tires because her outfit was just way too good, and then I just kept walking around. Also, during this time I saw a bunch of people that were wearing pink and sometimes white from head to toe, and all of them had either a photo card of Changbin or some iteration of Dweki. And I look at their pastel outfits, and then I look down at my completely black outfit and that's when I realized that there's 2 types of Changbin biased people. At 5 o'clock, I finally entered the stadium, and once again, I had to walk around the whole thing to get to the access to my seat. It literally took me 20 minutes from the first security check to the access to my seat. When I finally reached it, I got to look at the stage from up close for the first time. It was glorious. It looks so fucking cool, with like the biggest letters that say Stray Kids across right in the center. Oh my god, it's so fucking cool. And when I arrived at my seat, the view of the stage was even better than I could have ever imagined. It was everything I could have dreamed of after getting the ticket 3 days before the concert. So I took a couple of pictures, I sent them to my family, and then it was just a waiting game. After like half an hour, a girl sat down next to me, and like I said, I learned from my mistake the previous day, so I started a conversation with her. It took me like 20 minutes to gather enough courage to do it, but whatever. We were talking, and after a few minutes, another girl sat down next to the first girl, and she also seemed to be alone, so we included her into the conversation. We talked about our biases and how long we had been a Stray Kids stan, and then one of them asked how old we were. I said I'm 26, like whatever. And then the first girl said she was 19. And the second girl said she was 21. And I felt so fucking old, and suddenly I felt responsible for these two girls. Like, I'm the oldest here, I have to take care of them. Even though we had known each other for less than an hour. Either way, I really enjoyed our conversation, and thanks to it, there were moments during the concert where I could just turn to them and like share a glance or just smile at each other. And I didn't feel lonely at all, which made the experience even better. One would think that after attending the first concert just a day before, this time I will be able to hold myself together a little bit, but that's not what happened at all. Again, the moment Stray Kids came out and Mountains started, I felt like crying. And maybe it was because this time I could actually see their faces without having to look at the screens. I don't know, the fact that they are real hit me again, and I was very overwhelmed very quickly. By the way, my videos look further away than what I was actually. The stage and the members were a lot closer than it looks in the videos. Now I am going to discuss or mention the whole set list, like all the songs they sing. So if you don't want to know what it is, skip to this time. So Mountains. I have to confess that when it dropped, I did feel my reaction listening to the whole album for the first time. I just never ended up making a video out of it. But one thing I said about this song was that it was made to be chanted by thousands and thousands of people in a concert. And I was right. It's such a good song to start with. It's very energetic, so it hypes up the crowd and even the kids. Then we have Thunderous, and it goes so fucking hard. Witnessing a Vintro live is something that I wish every stay gets to live at least once in their lives, because holy shit. In Jam 2, oh my god! I love that in Jam, each of them gets their little moments in the spotlights and they get to showcase their talents. It's just so fucking cool. I'm sorry for cutting the video right in Chan's part. I didn't realize I did that until I was rewatching the videos. After Jam, we got the first intermission and they introduced themselves and I just lost my fucking mind like the day before. Then we get into District 9. For me, the thing that really pops out in this song is the choreography. I don't think it's their most complex one, but it's really cool, and I don't know why, but it's what really caught me in this performance. And Backdoor is another really fun song. You listen to it and you just wanna dance. And I don't know what else to say because I don't really remember how it was. That's right, there are some parts in the concerts that I don't recall at all. It seems to be like a general problem. I've seen a lot of states talking about suffering some sort of memory loss after the shows. Apparently, it can happen when you experience a lot of really strong emotions that your brain just can't process because it became super overwhelmed. At least that's what I've seen. But yeah, I don't really remember Backdoor, but judging by my screams, I had a really good time listening to it. After that, the backup dancers do a small presentation with a medley of different Stray Kids songs while the kids change their outfits. And I also like that they get their own moment in the spotlight. A couple of songs later, I think it's right before the unit songs, the band also gets their moment in the spotlight. Like each of them has a small solo, and the screens display their names in like giant letters, and it's really cool. Honestly, I'm glad that the band and the backup dancers get their moment because they make an amazing job accompanying Stray Kids. When Chick Chick Boom started, the crowd went crazy. When I heard this song for the first time, I knew that it would be a hit in Latin America, especially in the Spanish-speaking countries. I just knew it. In both concerts, you could barely hear Stray Kids singing, and when we got to Bangchen's and Changbin's parts, the crowd just screamed like crazy because they extended their mics to us. So what else were we supposed to do? Domino is another one of my favorites, and this is the song where the energy just went through the roof. There's no way that you're not gonna jump during that performance. It's so much fun. And it also has my favorite choreography, so singing it live was really cool. And then we get to God's menu. Holy fucking shit! Stray Kids looks so fucking powerful performing this song. It's crazy. I truly believe that this song is never gonna be taken out of the set list for their tours because no matter how much time it passes, this song is the Stray Kids song. Crazy, so fucking crazy. Since I already talked about the unit songs, I want to use this time to talk about the whole production for the concert. In short, it was fucking amazing. They didn't care about saving up a single penny. They brought the car for Chick Chick Boom, they brought all the fireworks, like they brought everything from the first shows and maybe even more. For fuck's sake, like they brought an inflatable of a giant to use it in one song. So yeah, the level of production for this is the same as they do for Asian, which I really appreciate. Because there's artists that don't put the same amount of effort in certain parts of the world, but Stray Kids did, and I really appreciate that. I do have to say, I had been doing a pretty good job about not crying, but during cinema they throw a lot of confetti, and I didn't think I was going to catch any because the wind was blowing to like one side, so all the confetti was going that way. But then, near the end of the song, a single piece of confetti floated to me, and I caught it when it was still in the air, and I just burst into tears. I don't know why, I just did. Like, sue me, I don't care. And I also found my name in the credits a couple of days after the concert, and I started crying again. It's just like, cinema is not a song, it's an experience that changes you. After that, we get to Giant, and let me tell you, Stray Kids, it's a force to be reckoned with, and they know it, and they make it clear in this song. They know they are at the top, and they are not afraid to show that they are aware of it. It's like they're saying, hey, keep looking up, because we're not going down anytime soon. Walking on Water and S-Class are two more songs that I can't really remember that well, but apparently I was having such a good time that I couldn't make a decent video of it. And we reach the emotional songs. Their vocals are so fucking beautiful. Starting with Lonely Street Should Be Criminal. That song is so fucking good. I have to confess that before the concert, I didn't listen to I Am You very often, so I hadn't truly realized just how beautiful that song is. Oh my god, don't get me started on Cover Me. Before the concert, Top Line was like my all-time favorite song from Stray Kids, and seeing it live made me love it even more. However, listening to Cover Me live changed something within me. It altered my whole brain chemistry. I already loved that song. It was my second favorite song, in fact. But after the concert, like after the first concert, the Saturday concert, it dethroned Top Line. I don't know what it is, but it's just beautiful. So fucking beautiful. It really warmed my heart, and it made me feel something that I just don't know how to describe. In both concerts, Cover Me was the song that actually brought me to tears, like full on tears, not just one or two. No. I was crying. After Cover Me, there is another intermission, and the mood changes drastically. Because from there, we go to Top Line, and screaming "Cause we don't give a fuck" with Chan was a dream come true for me. Like I've seen a lot of people saying that screaming Nesonim with Hyunjin during God's Menu is like a dream come true. For me, screaming "Cause we don't give a fuck" was the dream come true. I think those screams were the ones that ended up fucking up my voice for like completely, because I didn't hold back at all. And even then, I don't regret it. Top line is so fucking good. Oh my god. Social Bad again. Holy fucking shit. Social Bad is on another whole level. What an insane song to hear live. It's so fucking good. And if I had to choose a member like to give this song to, it would be Han. There's no doubt about it. He just goes crazy in this song. It's like it was made for him. He looks so free performing it. Like he took off his jacket at the beginning of it, and his tattoo was very visible, and he didn't care at all. There's so much passion when he sings Social Bad. Oh my god, it's so fucking good. La 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 is another super hype song. Once again, the energy went through the roof. A small funny thing that happened the first concert was that during the whole show, one of the screens was malfunctioning. So it would randomly freeze or turn black, and for some reason it only got worse towards the end of the show. And even the kids ended up mentioning it because during La 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 La, an image of IN was frozen on the screen for like half the song. So they made a joke about how he was clearly the favorite, like the director's favorite, Anyway, the pyro for this song is crazy, and the fireworks at the end, insanity. And speaking of insanity, Megaverse. I think this song got the loudest reaction out of all of them. The banner for the second concert had like a wordplay related to Megaverse. I have it right here. Tonight is a maze of memories because we are in Stray Kids Megaverse. So it was like a little wordplay. And Chan really liked it.
Tonight's a maze of memories because we're in Stray Kids Megaverse. Welcome to the Stray Kids Hot Megaverse.
For those reasons, I have to say that Megaverse is for Mexicans Day. I'm sorry. I don't make the rules. We claimed it, so deal with it. By the way, Chan also really liked the back of the banner. Because it's really cute. I'm gonna put like the pictures here. And also this was the banner for the first day, in case you were curious. I'm also gonna put the images here. They use a different version of Maniac in the concert. I think it's the Mama version, but we get a little dance break intro from Felix, and after that there's like a really cool formation of the kids and the dancers before getting into the song, and the whole arrangement is so fucking cool. Amazing. I like it. It's such a fun song. It's really funny because the color scheme on the screens while they perform this song, it's like super cutesy, like full of pastels. But we all know what this song is about, so it's a really funny contrast. And all the members look so fucking happy while they perform this. Blind Spot is such a bop, and it also led to one of the most stunning moments in the concert, at least visually. It also punched me right in the feelings. Amazing song. Now, I obviously haven't known Stray Kids for like a super long time. I have mentioned it before, but this song made me feel so proud of them, of how far they have gotten, and it also made me really excited about what's in store for them because they aren't even close to the finish line. They have said it themselves. So I'm really looking forward to the future. And this is where we get the last intermission of the concert. And from this point forward, I just won't be able to hold back the tears. But hey, if Felix was already in tears, then I can cry about it too. For me, this is where the members started showing that they didn't want to leave. And I don't mean like they didn't want to leave Mexico. I'm talking like in general. It felt like they didn't want to end the concert because it would mean the end of the like Latin American part of the tour. And it was, since it was like their first time here, like it felt like they didn't want to leave because they had been having such a grand time in each concert. And then the fan video started playing, and the fan base did a really good job with it. Like, it wasn't even a minute when I started crying. I think that I got really emotional because the fact that this amazing experience was coming to an end started dawning on me, and I just wished that I could stay in that moment just for a little longer. When the fan video ended, there was a moment that just got engraved into my brain, and I don't think I'll ever be able to forget it, because Bangchan said something like, "You really missed us, right?" And after the crowd screamed yes, or well, they screamed see, he said, "We should have come sooner."
아, 우리 스테이 진짜 우리 많이 보고 싶었죠?
De verdad nos extrañaron, ¿verdad?
빨리 왔었어야 돼.
Teníamos que haber venido más temprano.
And I don't know why, but it was like a punch in the gut for me. I just couldn't stop crying. And then fucking Hyunjin started crying, and he made it worse.
저도 죽기 전에 저한테 어떤 기억이 가장 기억에 남나요 하면 여러분들 앞에 무대를 섰을 때라고 할 것 같아요.
Si ustedes me preguntan antes de morir cuáles son los momentos que voy a recordar, estos momentos en los que estoy compartiendo con ustedes son los que voy a recordar hasta antes de morir.
I finally managed to like control myself a little bit to sing Stray Kids by Stray Kids. And it was so obvious that Felix was trying not to cry because his voice even broke in the first verse. During the whole song, it felt like all the members were just trying to take it all in. Like they didn't want to forget a single detail. And Chen and the crowd singing after the song ended was another one of my favorite moments.
Muy bien.
The mood took like a 180 with the next song because it was Miro. And oh my god, I just remember on Saturday when this song started, this the stands were trembling. Like the floor, you could feel it. It was vibrating. Like there was a small earthquake. Clearly, there was a lot of people that were not afraid to jump, unlike me. But on Sunday, I did jump like crazy, and you can clearly see it in my videos. This is another song that I think will always be part of their set list. There's no way they are ever gonna take it out. It's just too fucking good. After Miro, they said their goodbyes, which were fake, obviously. And again, their reluctance to leave the stage was pretty clear to me because they just kept playing with the crowd. They were throwing water, and when they finally went backstage, not even 30 seconds later, they came out for the final encore. And I was still holding on pretty good when the festival version of Chick Chick Boom started. And that song is just a fucking party. Listening to it live, it's very different than listening to it in your phone or your computer or whatever. It's such a fucking bop. It's amazing. It's so fucking cool. The surprise song for the second concert was Starlost. And when it started, the tears came back. Because I knew that it was the final song. And after it, it would just be over. So I cried the entirety of Starlost. And it just became a very special song for me. Even when the song ended, they just kept singing, and Felix kept repeating, "Thank you, we love you." And then they showed Changbin hugging himself with tears in his eyes, and I just broke down. That's not fair. You can show that and expect me to hold it together. And then they started leaving the stage one by one. And you could see how happy they were. The coup de grace for me was Chang giving the camera a big hug. I remember Sunmin was the last one to leave the stage. I just have to say, like, it's really funny because Sunmin moves through the stage like this is his world and we are just living in it, you know? So he was the last to leave the stage, and when he left, just like that, it was over. I remember I sat down in my seat and looked to the girl that was sitting next to me, and when she saw my face covered in tears, she just said, "Ay, amiga." At the moment, all I could do was laugh because she looked so awkward, like she wanted to comfort me but didn't know how. And I had to take a couple of minutes to just sit there and try to process everything. But at the same time, thinking too closely about it just made me cry harder. So I changed strategies. Like, I decided to focus on something else. Me and one of the girls that I had been talking with before the concert wanted some confetti, so we started like a small scavenger hunt. We were picking it up from the floor. We didn't care. We were just walking around the platinum sections, looking at the floor, searching for confetti. The jackpot was the area of the pits. That's where we got a bunch of confetti from different colors. Anyways, I'm not gonna keep talking about confetti, but I'm stalling because I don't want to get to the next part of the story. We started walking towards the exit, and this time I didn't have to walk around the whole stadium. I exited from the exit that was right across the one that I used to enter, so it was the closest one to the security check to get into the stadium. But this small distance was enough for tragedy to strike. Because when we got to the security check, I looked down and I realized that my Dweki wasn't there. And there was no way for me to turn around and try to look for it because they were just too many people. Remember how I said I got emotionally attached to my stupid plushies? This was the moment where I realized just how important they became for me. I immediately wanted to cry, but I had to remain focused on getting out of this sea of people in one piece. So I just took Libit and shoved it into one of my pockets to make sure he was safe and just kept walking. When I got to my Airbnb is where I just broke down. And it started because of like my Dweki, but then too many emotions just started bubbling up. Like I was elated because both concerts were absolutely amazing, and the dream of going oh my god, stop! And the dream of going to a Stray Kids concert became true for me, but I was also so sad about the whole experience coming to an end. I just felt super overwhelmed and basically cried myself to sleep. The next day I traveled back home and I had to hold the tears all day, but that time they were tears of pure joy because that weekend was everything that I could have ever dreamed of. Like the only bad thing, let's say, that I can think about from the whole weekend is just losing my Dweki, but it's such a small thing compared to everything that I lived. A Stray Kids concert, it's truly a magical place. Like the atmosphere, the people, it's just amazing. I don't even know what else to say, but honestly. Words cannot compare, like all words feel small to describe what it was for me to be able to go to these concerts. And what an amazing experience it was. I truly, truly, truly wish that every stay gets to go to a Stray Kids concert at least once in their life, because it's just a beautiful experience altogether. Like it's absolutely beautiful. It's amazing, it's beautiful, it's incredible, it's all the words, and at the same time none of them can compare to what it is truly. So to finish off, I'm just gonna put like the last mini vlog that I recorded for this video. Today is April 14th, the day after the second Stray Kids concert. I arrived home a couple of hours ago, and this is what 2 Stray Kids concerts can do to you. I'm sunburned. I've been crying my eyes out since yesterday. I lost my voice. I can't talk. I can't. But even then, I wouldn't change it for the world. It was one of the best weekends of my life, if not the best weekend of my life. And it was definitely the best concerts I've ever been to. Like, I haven't been to a lot, but these ones were so fucking amazing, and I don't know if anything is ever gonna top that. Like, it was so fucking good. I can't even explain it. It was amazing. I had a blast. I had a lot of fun. And to a point, I'm sad that it's over. But mostly these are tears of joy because it was so fucking amazing. It was so fucking good. And I had a really fun time. Like, I went to the concerts alone, and even then I made friends with some stays that were sitting like next to me in both concerts. So it was really good. It was amazing. It was an amazing weekend. It was an amazing show, and I really hope they can come back
soon because it was amazing. Okay. Obviously, this is gonna be like my last update for this video, and that's pretty much it.
So that's it for this beast of a video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please consider liking it and subscribing, and I'll see you next time.